Okay, what we have here is a portable battery charger and a booster. Customer asked us to build this for them, so we did, and we thought it would be a good thing to show our customers on what they ordered and how this thing works. Several things about this that's really critical. Number one, it has a master shutoff switch, on and off. You can actually walk up to something and jump start something, or test something, if you will, with this button. That's what that's for. And then this here is your excite button. Now, the difference is, the ones I've seen is people try to use a one-wire alternator on these, but the reason why that doesn't work is because the alternator is typically 60 plus amps, and it is loading down the gas engine right away as soon as you hook it up, and the gas engine doesn't have any time to stabilize. So it's critical that you get the engine running, it's stabilized, and then you can introduce the load to the engine. So that boosting that we do with this can be done without the engine running. Just quite simply hook it up to a vehicle that you want to start, you push this button, and you have to hold it, and that's by design, so that you're not hooking this smaller battery to fully charged or dead batteries that you're trying to boost and leave it on. This is just a boost of energy that usually will get the vehicle started. This here is the excite button, and as long as this is not running, you can check your voltage in your battery right here. About 13 volts in that little battery. We've got a little 35 amp Denso alternator here, which is plenty of power. You don't want to, try to kick out 60 amps and be laboring the engine that much. You can put this on there and just let it go until the engine runs out of gas. And when it runs out of gas, this whole thing is a total shutdown. There's no parasitic drain, nothing. The alternator and engine will dies, runs out of gas, whatever, and this is a total shutdown. You could come back a week later, wouldn't make a difference. So that's another benefit about this type of charger system that we built here. Typically alternators run about 3 to 1 RPM of the engine. So when the engine's at 700, the alternator's at 2100. So these little engines are typically 3600 RPM. So if you had a Lovejoy coupler end to end, you really wouldn't get it turning as fast as it should. This particular one, I think we've got it turning about 7400, and we'll show you that with a tack here. But that's the idea behind this. It's turning enough to cool and turning enough to make the amperage to charge up the batteries. Okay, let's show you the boost function of the cart. I don't have a vehicle with a dead battery, but I have a starter over here that we can check, which is essentially the same thing. We check a starter or boost a vehicle, but we can do that and show you that function here. So here's our master switch. We turn it on, we're ready. We check our battery. Yep, plenty of power. Now when we want to boost something or check this starter, we simply push this button. And that would be what we would do to check the starter or to boost a vehicle. You would have a driver in the vehicle ready to start it, and then you would hold the button and give that starter a boost just like a battery boost box. Okay, we got this hooked to this truck right here. The battery isn't dead, but we just wanted to show you that it will charge the battery. We'll get this thing turned on, and you can see it doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and start it, and then we'll get it charging. Excite button. Now it's charging.
Now pet her.
No cat. No cats. As I mentioned earlier, let's do an RPM check on our alternator, see how fast it's turning here, because that is critical that we are turning it fast enough. So that was our example of charging a battery. A little rainy out there. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest today. I want to remind you too that when this is running and charging, it's not pushing any of the current through this battery. The way it's designed and built, the current from the alternator is going strictly into the dead batteries, not pushing it through this battery. That's a critical thing right there. Also, I've been asked about the wiring diagram, and the diagram is available on our website, heielectric.com. And of course, we had to go out in the rain to hook this up because you never want to run this inside of a building. And that's why we're out there in the rain today.